Hello friends, welcome back to our channel B2C Beginner to Champion for Competitive Exams. In this video, we'll discuss the weekly current affairs of April 2nd week 2021 and it's part 2 here. First, we move on to the international current affairs. The first one is Vietnam's legislature voted to make Pham Minh Chinh a member of the Communist Party as the country's next prime minister. The outgoing prime minister, Nguyen Xuan Phuc, was appointed as the new president. Vietnam capital is Hanoi and currency is Vietnamese dong. Kosovo's parliament elected Vojsa Osmani as the country's new president. The Kosovo capital is Pristina and currency is euro. Niger President Bazoum names Mahado as the new prime minister. The new prime minister Mahado has served as the minister in charge of finance and mining portfolios earlier. Niger capital is Niamey and Niger currency is West African CFA franc. We move on to national section. Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare Dr. Harshavardhan and Union Minister for Tribal Affairs Sri Arjun Munda jointly launched Anmaya Tribal Healthcare Collaborative on 7th April 2021 through video conferencing. This initiative is supported by Prumel Foundation and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. It is an initiative to enhance health and nutrition status of tribal communities in India. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India launched its artificial intelligence portal, SupSpace, Supreme Court portal for assistance in courts efficiency through video conferencing. Through this portal, the Supreme Court intends to leverage machine learning to deal with vast amounts of data received at time of filing of cases. Chief Justice of India is Sarath Arvind Bobde and he is also the chairman of the Artificial Intelligence Committee. Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Narendra Singh Tomar launched a portal called Madhu Kranti and Honey Corners on April 7th, and its aim is to bring increase in income of farmers, employment generation and increase in exports of honey related industries. Madhu Kranti portal is an initiative of National Bee Board. Next news is a news related to India and United Nations Trust Fund. The India has contributed additional $5 lakh to United Nations Trust Fund for counter-terrorism. With this contribution, India's total contribution to the counter-terrorism operations crosses over $1 million. Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently appealed to the chief ministers of the states to organize Tikat Utsav. The Tikat Utsav is a vaccine festival and it was held between 11th April 2021 and April 14th. And its main objective of the festival is to vaccinate as many people as possible. And it was also focused on zero wastage of COVID-19 vaccines. The next news is India formally hands over rupees 100 crore petrol vessel PS Zoroaster to Seychelles during the virtual summit between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Seychelles President Wavel Ramkalawan. The Seychelles capital is Victoria and its currency is Seychelles rupee and it is a country located in the continent of Africa. Next we move on to appointments. The Government of India approves and appoints S. Raman as the SIDBI Chairman and Managing Director. The Small Industries Development Bank of India (SIDBI) is headquartered in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, and it was set up on 2nd April 1990. We move on to books and authors. Prime Minister Narendra Modi released Hindi translation of the book Odisha Itihas, written by Utkal Keshari Mantab, on 9th April at Ambedkar International Center. The event marking the release of the Hindi version has been organized by Mahata Foundation. Next news is banking and finance. RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, releases Financial Inclusion Index or FI Index annually. The Reserve Bank of India has announced that it will periodically publish the Financial Inclusion Index based on multiple parameters which reflects the broadening and deepening of financial inclusion in the country. 25th RBI Governor is Shaktikanta Das. Reserve Bank of India increases WMA limits for state governments and union territories. The Reserve Bank of India has increased the limit for way and means advances for the state governments and or union territories from rupees 32,225 crores to rupees 47,010 crores based on the recommendations of a committee headed by Sri Sudhir Srivastava. Third news is the Reserve Bank enhances maximum balance limit per account in Payments Bank. The Reserve Bank of India has enhanced the limit of maximum balance at the end of the day and maintained in Payments Bank from rupees 1 lakh to rupees 2 lakh per individual customer. Earlier guidelines for licensing of payments banks issued on 27 November 2014 allowed only payment banks to hold maximum balance of rupees 1 lakh per individual customer, which has now been revised to rupees 2 lakh per individual customer. Next news is RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, enhances loan limit under priority sector lending against negotiable warehouse receipts and negotiable warehouse receipts issued by the warehouse registered and regulated by Warehouse Development Regulatory Authority of India. The Reserve Bank has enhanced the loan limit from rupees 50 lakh to rupees 75 lakh per borrower. Warehousing Development and Regulatory Authority was established in 2010 and is headquartered in New Delhi. RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, has announced to conduct open market purchase of government securities for rupees 1 lakh crore under GSEC acquisition program called GSAP-1 in the first quarter of 2021-2022. The next news is Reserve Bank of India decides to open up RTGS and NEFT facilities for payment system operators. The next news is SBI, the State Bank of India Mutual Fund Private Limited, has informed that it has become the first mutual fund house in India to cross rupees 5 lakh crore average assets under management mark. The SBI MF has seen a growth of 35% during the financial year 2020-2021. Next news is the Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, participated in 103rd meeting of Development Plenary Committee of World Bank and International Monetary Fund. Next news is the agreements and MOUs, and the first news here is Bharti Airtel has entered into an agreement with Reliance Jio Infocom to transfer right to use for some of its 800 MHz spectrum in 3 circles to the Mukesh Ambani-led Reliance Jio Group. Points to be noted: Bharti Airtel CEO is Gopal Vittal, and it was founded in 7th July 1995, where Reliance Industries founder is Dhirubhai Ambani, while as the CEO is Mukesh Dhirubhai Ambani, and its headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. The next news under the agreements and MOUs is India and Japan signed MOU for academic research and cooperation. The Union Cabinet recently apprised an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, between India and Japan. The MOU was signed between National Atmospheric Research Laboratory NARL that operates under the Department of Space, Government of India, and Research Institute for Sustainable Humanosphere called RISH that operates under the Kyoto University of Japan. Capital of Japan is Tokyo. Currency is Japanese yen, and Prime Minister is Yoshihide Suga. Next news is under the heading Summits and Conferences. Nirmala Sitharaman, the Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, virtually attended 2nd G20 Finance Ministers and Central Bank Governors meet. The meeting was held under the presidency of Italy. Next, we move on to the miscellaneous section. The Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank launches Nano Sniffer, a micro-sensor-based explosive trace detector. The ETD has been developed by NanoSniff Technologies, an IIT Bombay incubated startup. It is marketed by Vehan Technologies, a spin-off from a former IIT Delhi incubated startup, Critical Solutions. Next, we move on to miscellaneous section. Second news. Indian Army officer Lieutenant Colonel Bharat Pannu has earned 2 Guinness World Records for his fastest solo cycling feats from October 2020. The first one was created when he cycled from Leh to Manali, a distance of 472 kilometers in 35 hours and 25 minutes. The second record was when he cycled from along the Golden Quadrilateral route, covering a distance of 5,942 kilometers, connecting Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata in 14 days, 23 hours and 52 minutes. Coming to the sports section, FIFA suspends Pakistan and Chad Football Federation with immediate effect due to claims of outside interference. The president of FIFA is Gianni Infantino, and FIFA was founded in 21st May 1904 and headquartered is in Zurich, Switzerland. The Great Khali has been inducted into WWE Hall of Fame class of 2021. He is a legendary wrestler and has won many titles, and his official name is Dalip Singh Rana. Important days is CRPF Valor Day, observed on 9th April, and it was the 56th CRPF Valor Day, observed on 9th April 2021. World Homeopathy Day, observed on 10th April, and this day marks the birth anniversary of German physician Dr. Christian Friedrich Samuel Heymann, who is considered the founder of system of alternative medicine called homeopathy. The year 2020 marks the 266th birthday of Heymann. The Central Council of Research in Homeopathy, Ministry of Ayush, organized 2-day scientific conference on occasion of World Homeopathy Day from April 10th to April 11th, 2021 in New Delhi. The theme of the conference is Homeopathy, Roadmap of Integrative Medicine. We move on to obituaries. The only obituary in this session is India's first female cricket commentator, Chandra Naidu, passes away. She was the daughter of former Test captain C.K. Naidu. With this, we come to the conclusion of this session. Stay tuned for next section. We will be back soon. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, please do like and share. Subscribe to this channel to receive expert tips and guidance for clearing various placement exams, and press the bell icon to receive instant notifications.